Well, good. No, it's not even yet. Good afternoon, everyone. Well, this is these are my gears grinding now. Now I'm a little bit off of full tilt like I was beforehand. So, well, I got an update, and this is per CNN. Okay. Because I really was watching CNN longer than what I wanted to, because I wanted to hear what the FBI got to say, but they just taking too long with this. And I'm sure I'll hear that later. But I swear for the Lord, Mama didn't raise no fool. Mama did not raise no fool. My last video I made a comment talking about, is that the go-to thing that people are trying to use now to attack us? So it's on video where he wasn't resisting arrest. And he was sat down in front of that store on the ground at first. Now, what I don't like is the way CNN shot this. They shot it where they were starting to walk him over to the car. He stumbled. Now, I don't know if that would be considered resisting arrest at that point, because they allegedly said he was intoxicated. So maybe that was the reason for the stumble. But something transpired, because that last cut they had from CNN was showing a stumble. So he's getting ready to go to the police car. However, though, the footage begins with him being on the ground on the other side of the police car. So, what happened? That's what I want to know. What the fuck happened? I want to know where that footage. We need to see that footage. I want to see that footage. That's what the fuck I want to see. What the fuck transpired from that last piece of footage of him stumbling on the way to get to the car. But again, I'm going to mention that again. But the video that we started seeing was him on the ground on the other side of the police car. So what the fuck, what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? Because no matter what, him in handcuffs, he wasn't resisting arrest then. That's on tape. We got that on tape. Like I said, that's per CNN. Next, some shit fucks me up. Two of the officers on scene, the one that actually killed the nigga, okay, had 18 complaints lodged against him and was only reprimanded for 2. That's a problem. That's a serious problem right there. Ain't no way in hell an officer still needs to be out on the street with 18 motherfucking complaints and only reprimanded for 2. That's protection as far as I'm concerned. And I just looked at a video on Instagram where a motherfucker, I'm going to assume that that's the murder. She said murderer. So I'm going to assume that's the officer's house. And you should see how many motherfucking officers are outside protecting this motherfucker. And that's all that woman is shouting about this whole video is, look at how many motherfuckers is out here protecting this murderer. My mind is blown. My motherfucking mind is blown with that. It looks like the motherfucking revolution for real outside that motherfucker's house. And that's in a neighborhood. Next, another officer, I didn't quite catch if it was the other one, which one it was, but another officer out of the 4, a complaint was filed against him for excessive force. That was settled out of court. Now, so since it was settled out of court, does that mean the officer still needs to be reprimanded? Because the officer still should have been reprimanded. But is that what trumped that? He didn't get no reprimand for it because it settled out of court? Because, I mean, some people just don't want to be bothered with motherfucking court. Court is not, we don't even want to do jury duty. Let alone sit through a goddamn court case and hear the whole, because, I mean, court is, this is my opinion on court. No matter what, it's a goddamn argument. And the last time I sat down with an attorney, it wasn't even for anything criminal. It was just for regular family business. And the key phrase I always heard out this attorney's mouth was shift the burden of proof. Because no matter what, justice is blind and it has weights on it. That's what the shift of the burden of proof is. You gotta put the weight on the one side is the defense and one side is the other. So who's putting weights on what? And whoever puts the weight on what to shift it, shift the burden of proof, just like they saying, is who's gonna win. Or better yet, motherfucker just gonna settle out of court. I don't want to be bothered with this bullshit. They just gonna settle it. So that happens as well. But like I said, motherfuckers don't even want to go to jury duty, let alone be involved in some long, boring ass motherfucking drawn out case. It's very long and drawn out. So don't want to have time for all that. So now, next. So this is what's gonna blow this shit out here in the water. I don't foresee this happening because no matter what, it's always been smoothed over. But if we go actually maybe halfway go this route, and if we have the right people in the power positions to make this shit move, the next shit that needs to go now, who are the people on the signatures of these complaints that's letting these complaints go with no reprimand? Who's protecting the cops? Now, when we start reprimanding who's signing off on that shit, letting it go, smoothing it over, you know what I'm saying? Just sweep the dust up under the rug so nobody can see it. When we get the trickle down on them too, that's gonna start making some shit happen too. And personally, you know what I'm saying, I don't agree with this looting and pillaging bullshit because this ain't making us look good. But I understand, like I said, no matter what, history repeats itself. But you know what? That white motherfucker just talking about, he remembers Rodney King 30 years ago. It's been 30 goddamn years. They did that same, but when Rodney King got beat the hell out of, they did the same bullshit, just like they doing in Minneapolis. So history repeats itself. I guess there's a proven shit right there in our face. Right there. But you know how that go. You know what I'm saying? The truth be in motherfuckers' face, and then they don't want to accept the truth. People can't handle the truth. For whatever reason, they're seeing it with their fucking eyes. They're seeing the shit. Literally. In their fucking eyes, but they don't want to believe it. And then, me just being on social media alone, these motherfuckers, when they get to arguing with you, these motherfuckers be talking about different shit. Bitch, I'm gonna need you to stay on topic. I just argue with a motherfucker online. Bitch, why the fuck you bring up COVID? I ain't say shit about COVID. Bitch, we talking about ketchup. As dumb as this conversation is, bitch, we talking about ketchup, and you gonna bring up COVID. Bitch, I didn't say shit about COVID, so why the fuck is you bringing it up? So, that's how silly motherfuckers are, just that quick, over ketchup. That's the God's honest fucking truth, and it's fucked up to have to compare some simpleton ass shit like that. But I'm letting you know how silly a motherfucker is. But next move, if we can get them power people right there, because those are powerful people, letting shit fall by the wayside, letting reprimands fall by the wayside, letting cops still out on the street, knowing they probably should have been fired years ago for this behavior. Now, the behavior has gone on so long, it didn't cost somebody's life this time. This motherfucker been out here on the street. He's been looking and been abusing motherfuckers. That's why the motherfucker never let up. Because I watched that son of a bitch. I watched him, The whole entire fucking video. That's why I wanted to look at it the whole fucking time. Because he had absolutely no remorse. And you know why he had no remorse? He had no remorse because he's done it to a motherfucker 18 goddamn times and got away with it. That's why that motherfucker never let up off his neck. You said he had his hands in his pocket. I didn't even see that. I didn't notice that. But what I was looking at is that man's fucking knee on his neck, and it never, ever, ever moved.